Well, a very special good afternoon, namaskar and salam dosto. You are watching West Indian Today, a proud presentation on behalf of the staff and management of ITV, the Vishwanath family. And this is yours truly, your host and host, Imran Ahmad. I want to say thank you once again for tuning in to today's program. Now, as mentioned, and for most of you, as we have, ever since we started this program, when we're going out to certain events and we're interviewing people, there's always this one line that comes up again and again and again, and it is a few simple words, but it carries a powerful meaning to it. Unity within the community. So that is what we are going to talk about. Unity within the community, coming together, united, and it's such a wonderful way when the community comes together. Most of the times we see people coming together at a parade. For the very first time, this is going to be historic, and this is something happening right within our community. We have the first ever, and this promises to be an annual event, an annual parade, United Madrasi Day Parade, and this is going to take place on Sunday, September 17th. So joining with me in conversation are two very wonderful gentlemen who conceived the idea of putting this event for the very first time for the benefit of the community and for the benefit of bringing people together by the blessings of the Almighty, Almighty Kalima. So I want to say a very special welcome and thank you to both Vijay Ramjatan and also to Tej Bolai. I want to say thank you to both of you.
We thank you very much for having us there.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So both of you actually are very active in putting this thing together, and we are going to talk about the very first ever United Madrasi Day Parade that's scheduled to take place on the 17th of September. Please, friends, from this moment on, please do make a note on your calendar and let's turn out in large numbers to witness history in the making. Now, first off, the first ever United Madrasi Day Parade. Now, it's the first ever. So whose idea was this and how did this whole idea come about?
So before I even go into talking about the program, let's just say a little group prayer before we start, and then
Definitely.
we can start first here. Om Hari Om Nandrega Guru Vargane Guru Tunai Achura Mura Tirvari Maruga Tiruvari Saranam Saranam Hari Namo tu Singho Rama Narayana Govinda Hari Hari Om Jayanti Kali Mangala Kali Bhadra Kali Kapalani Durga Kshama Shivaratri Swaha Swarha Namostute. So first of all, thank you for having us today in your program to really talk about this, first ever parade of its kind in the world, I would say, for the mother in this way. The United Madrasi Day Parade. The idea came about back in May of this year when I had a vision, a dream from the Divine Mother that she was sitting on a chariot and she was on the streets and she was throwing out flowers to all her devotees. And as she was throwing out the flowers to her devotees, behind her was an ocean of people in yellow just following her. And I totally forgot about the dream when I woke up in the morning. And as I was showering, it hit me again like, hey, I had a dream over this mother last night, because I don't dream a lot. But I had a dream, and she gave me this dream, and she reminded me, I gave you this dream for a reason. And I thought a little bit more about it, and I said, this is a parade. I'm like, well, why would she want a parade? And I thought about the community. I've been worshiping this mother for the past, I would say, at least 17, 18 years. And I've seen how the community has a lot of our leaders identify what separates us, what makes us different. But very few look to see what unites us. And I think what we have in common is a Divine Mother, her grace, her love, her devotion, and we're all children of hers. And the idea of the parade was a bigger vision of bringing unity in the community, which again you mentioned just now also, and in line of what you said, the word united in the name of the parade is a key part in it also. So that was the whole idea of how this started. The very first day I woke up and I went next morning to my job and I put in for the permit for the police department. Again, it was very tough to get the permit, but thank you to the NYPD in the city of New York and the Parks Department for granting us the permit.
And now to Mr. Tej Bolai. Now here you are actually one of the members actually organizing this event, this great parade. When you see that something like this nature, of this kind is taking place, it's going to be historic. It's something for the very first time. And in the community, there's various temples. In various ways, there is unity, but then at the same time, there's division. How do you think this parade will help to bring the community together and bridge the gap of division?
Well, the reception we have had so far from all of the temples and everyone who became a part of this was overwhelming.
Right.
Everyone cannot do enough to support this, what we are doing here. And
Correct.
me and VJ here have always shared this vision of uplifting this mother name in any which way we can. And you know, we have seen enough negative things to want to do something different, to bring about the unitedness between all of us, to uplift this mother name.
Right.
So, you know, addressing the question, we have had a lot of reception from all of the different, every single temple that we went to. You know, I couldn't because, you know, I've caught up in the job and everything else. But they went out to all of the temples, not only the Madrasi temples, but for the, you know, all the various temples in the community. And every temple that they went to had a very, you know, they were very receptive to what we were doing.
Correct.
And supporting us every which way they can. Even those who don't know the Tamil language were willing to learn.
Right.
To help sing the name and praise of this Divine Mother.
But when it comes to worship of Kali Ma, there are many people who are very, you know, there's a lot of skepticism actually in it for various reasons. Now, why do you think is it like that?
I think over time in history, Mahakali has been depicted as the goddess of death. And for many people, that means negative. She's also depicted in black in color. And, you know, black, again, is negativity. Her tongue is sticking out. She has a sword. So her very form and depiction itself, with skulls around her neck, is frightening. She has been misguided. The knowledge of her has been hidden. The true knowledge of her has always been, who knows and don't tell anybody else.
Right.
So that unveiling of who she really is has never been out there. The attempt of this parade, again, is to share knowledge and bring awareness that Mahakali is not this goddess who asks for blood. Right. She's having a skull around her neck because she removes the ego of her devotees. She's holding a skull in her head of Rakta Beach because he has countless desires, and to teach mankind that you have to take control of that, and if you surrender to me, I will take care of that. That sort of knowledge, that cup that holds the blood, I will collect all negativity. She is not that image. She represents, it's symbolic in nature. As everything in Hinduism, it is a deeper meaning behind the iconography and the stories. They're not just stories, there's philosophies, there's reasons behind everything. This parade, again, is to bring about that change for the youngsters in our community, my children, for all of the young children who's growing up in this culture, to come to realize, like, we could be proud of the worshippers of Mahakali. Right. We could be proud of of wearing garments of this nature, our yellow dhotis and our yellow shirts, and going and playing tapus and singing in this language that our ancestors brought, this beautiful language with them into the Caribbean, and now here to the Americas and America itself. I think, you know, this parade's aim is to bring about exactly what you said, share the light to the universe, to the world, that we don't have to hide anymore. Our ancestors was beaten for worshiping her because we were worshiping devils and demons and we were doing black magic. Well, you know, in today's world, knowledge is key, and power, it gives you power. That I can stand today and sit here and say, it's a beautiful thing. If you understand it. From far, it will be look dark and dangerous. You come close to understand it, it's beautiful. And so we have life. We are all professionals. We do great things in the community, and we are also responsible community members. Hence, we're doing this parade to bring unity. And again, the whole point of this united word, again, is to knit the Madrasi or the Tamil temples with the non-Madrasi temples. That's where the misconception happens a lot of times.
Exactly, yes.
Because the priests in these non-Madrasi temples, a lot of times they talk down about the Madrasi temples, that they're doing black magic, it's this, it's that. And, you know, I think it's coming from a sense of not knowing, lack of knowledge. So hopefully this will bring about, because as you can see in my letter that I have in my hand here, we went to all the mandirs and we showed them with a specific letter of inviting them personally. Myself went to many of the mandirs that I could have gone to, and invited them personally and say, hey, we would love you to come to be a part of this, sharing this knowledge, sharing this celebration. This is what it's about.
Exactly. And so on behalf of VJ Productions, once again, we're inviting you to come together all united as children of that Divine Mother. Let's celebrate the unity in the community. Let's actually celebrate the ultimate protectress in life, who is none other than Kali Ma. She is the ultimate protector, the one who goes against all odds for the protection of all her devotees. And in that in that form known as Kali, this is how she shows that just like any mother, she'll go to any extent for the protection of the devotees. And so hence, let's come together, let's put aside all the differences. As rightfully mentioned, there are times where due to the lack of understanding, there's always this misconception, this misguidance. So let's come together and let's learn more about the various cultures. Let's learn about the Divine Mother. In the process of learning about this great heritage, which is also part of our tradition and our religion as well, then we learn more about ourselves. I always tell people that when you learn more about others, you learn more about yourselves. And this is what we are inviting you to do. So it's a learning process. It's a day to celebrate the Divine Mother. Now, we are talking about the parade now. So here we are coming down to the parade. So where will the parade start and what time does it start?
So the parade will be on Sunday, September 17. The parade formation starts like around 9 a.m. So any devotees or any well-wishers, anyone wants to come to attend the parade along the route, they can come and start lining up there at 9 o'clock in the morning. The various temples and organizations who are going to participate or wish to participate can start to come to form the formation of the parade itself, the floats and the temples, like around 9 o'clock, 9:30 or so at 134th Street and Liberty Avenue.
Okay.
On that corner over there, we'll gather over there. The parade kicks off at 11 a.m. It will head down west on Liberty Avenue to 125th Street. Then it's going to go up northbound on 125th, and it's going to end on Smoky Park, 125th Street and 95th Avenue. Directly after the parade, there will be a cultural show, which is very important because we are very proud that the Parks Department was, grateful enough to give us this permit to have a cultural show, and thanks to them, to exhibit the rich culture that the Madrasis have. We have a unique style of dressing, a unique way of singing, a unique way of dancing, our drumming, you name it, we have the way we worship, the way we carry ourselves. It's beautiful, and I think the world needs to see it. So we have various members from the communities and the various mandirs and the Madrasi temples. They have come together to put a good show. We actually met this yesterday afternoon. There's like 25 performers going to be there, going to be doing various songs and dances depicting their way of how they see the mother. Exactly. On the cultural day for the cultural show. Yes,
definitely. So we're going to talk a little bit more about the cultural program, in just a few, and also what else can one expect from this event, which, like I said, will prove to be very historic and will be an annual parade every year, starting from this year. Also, we'll talk about some of the rules, and we'll also talk about how you can participate if you haven't been participated, if your temple has not registered to participate in the parade, how you can go about participating. But one final thing before we do go, actually, well, two final things before we do go for a quick commercial break. First of all, you mentioned a very important word, uniqueness. Now, unique. So the way of, the way of your attire is unique.
Yes.
The way of the singing of the kirtans, the bhajans, even the chautal. I think that for those who attend Sanatan temples for the very first time at the Chautal Sammelan,
yes,
on behalf of the Guyana Hindu Dharmic Sabha, this is one of the first opportunities they were given to be exposed to how the Madras actually Tamil or the Madras Chautal is sung, and they really appreciated it. They really loved it. So they're learning more and more, little by little. But explain the the reason for the attire and also the tapu, and what does that signify?
The tapu, the drumming, it sends sound waves in the air.
Right.
And there's various hands that are played with the tapu drumming that invokes various deities. Because the sound waves travels, because Hinduism is all about energies. Right. We worship energies. So when you play the drums in different styles, the sound waves that travel is going to attract and create an environment of that energy that we're going to ask the deity to come and take part and be present in. The garments that we wear, we dress like the way we dress our gods, our devtas, Sangani Karupan, Kal Bhairav. The way we dress them, we dress in these garments also. And the women folk, they also wear the yellow and the red saris because the color itself is very prominent colors of the Devi. Hence, we are also making this year the color of the parade is yellow. We're asking men to wear yellow dhotis and white t-shirts and a red sash across their shoulder from left to right, and we're asking the women folk to wear yellow if they can. However, if you wear pink and come, you can also parade, but we're trying to have a theme, a yellow theme, because this is a very vibrant color of the Divine Mother also. And it's just, in this segment it's too much to explain why these colors, but I'm sure in the future we can always go more in depth with that also.
We are going for a quick commercial break, but before I do go for a commercial break, I would like to hand over to Mr. Tej Bolai to, at this point in time, if there's anything you can say to the various temples out there that are watching, interested to participate, what would you say to encourage them to be a part of this?
Well, you know, the key word in it is united.
Yes.
We would love to have everyone be a part of this, because it shows, I mean, you know, as Guyanese, Trinidadians, you know, there's no difference between us.
Exactly.
You know, it doesn't matter which part of the world we come from, India, you know, we all worship the same beautiful Divine Mother.
Exactly.
And this is the reason why me and him, you know, we are a part of this, because we share the same dream. I have always said that to know this beautiful Divine Mother, you have to experience her. And we are living examples of the power of this Divine Mother. You know, and this is the reason why we would like everyone to also be a part of this and to be a beautiful devotee of this Divine Mother.
So definitely come and experience the divine blessings of the Mother in many ways. And as Mr. Tej Bolai wonderfully said, doesn't matter wherever you come from, as it is said in the Vedas, and this is going to be my final saying before I sign off for a commercial break. As someone once said, Vasudeva Kutumbakam, the world is one. So you can attend an Aryan Mandir, a Sanatan Mandir, or even a Madras temple. You can be attending a church or a mosque, but at the end of the day, we're all one. Doesn't matter whatever part of the world or how you look like, we're all children of that Divine Mother. We're going for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we tell you about the rules, we tell you a little bit more about the formation, about the cultural program, and how you can participate if you so choose to participate in the first ever historic United Madrasi Day Parade. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back once again, friends, and if you're just joining with us, a very special welcome to you. If you've been with us from the very beginning, thank you so much for staying with us. Remember, friends, if ever you do wish to get in touch with me, or if ever you wish to opine, imrana@itvgold.com, do be sure to send me an email with the details of whatever your concerns, whatever they are, or if there is an event that you would like to have publicized, do be sure to send me an email with the details with that as well. And talking about events coming up in the community, Sunday, the big event, Sunday, September 17th, for the very first time, history in the making. Come and witness history in the making on the streets of Liberty Avenue for the very first ever United Madrasi Day Parade presented to you on behalf of VJ Productions. Once again, it is my privilege and honor to be in conversation with Vijay Ramjatan and also with Mr. Tej Bolai. I want to say thank you once again for coming down to our studio.
Thank you for having us.
I think that you have a handful of sponsors, but if there's anyone that would like to be a sponsor, how can one go about being a sponsor? What is in there? What's in that for them, actually, if they're a sponsor? And who are your current sponsors?
Well, thank you. Totally. I think, first we would like the public to know that this is a not-for-profit event. This is not being hosted by any one organization or any one specific mandir or church or temple or kovil. This is hosted by VJ Productions, which is myself here. And whatever funds we have collected so far from the various sponsors that we've had who came out and really they heard about the word about the parade, and all of these, we have approximately 15 of these sponsors so far have called up and reached out and say, hey, this is history in the making. I want to be part of this. I want to support unity in the community. And they have called out and sponsored time, decorations. We have Devendra Dilchan here, designs by Dave. He's going to be designing all the floats and the stage that we're going to have the shows at. We have Majestic Mike from Majestic Sounds. DJ Mike, he's doing all the sound system. We have from Florida, we have SNR Wood Finishing, Jaya Devi Arts. We have Pandikesh. We have Durga Entertainment by Vashi Durga from Toronto, Canada. So all reaches of the world, we have Triple S Entertainment, Shanta's Bakery, we have the New York City Brooklyn Youth Council, who have donated the t-shirts that we are wearing today for the parade. So in all fame or fashion, we have Better Vision Optical, who have donated money for the floats to carry the mother. We have Bridge Printing, who have generously printed all of our posters and paperwork to network. All these sponsors have reached out in so many ways and forms to help this take ground, financially or by their way of trade, giving their service. We have a young man named Dylan Bidesi. He is now starting off as a photographer, but he's so eager to say, how can I help? how can I give my services to this parade? And I said, you know what, come over and do all the photography. We're going to give you a platform to build, to learn, because this is about a learning experience for all of us.
Correct.
So first of its kind. We will make mistakes this year. We are going to forget a couple things. We may not sing everything or do everything, but we want to learn because it's here to stay. But we want to include everyone. Give us your opinions. Let's build together, let's learn together, let's thrive together.
Exactly. You mentioned floats. Now, if one wishes to, participate and they wish to have a float, what is the cost of a float? And even if one feels like they cannot have a float, they'd rather march, is there any cost to enter as a marching temple?
We have given the options to all the members of the community that if any organizations, NGOs, NPOs who want to, any Covilles, Mandir, etc., who want to participate, this is a not-for-profit. There's no charge, absolutely none at all. Every temple is responsible for their own expenses that they're going to come out with. The idea is to showcase the Madrasi culture or what you depict as this religion in your way, in the most best, with taste and quality. So two ways you can participate as a group in the parade. By a float. A float cost is $1,300. It's from a float company that we have contracted with. For an additional $100, you can rent a generator with them. So you get for $1,400, you get a float and a generator together, which is all approved and all permitted by the police department already. These guys have been providing the floats for the Diwali motorcade and other parades in the community already, so they're a big support of the community. If you can't afford a float, you are more than welcome to get a banner. And Bridge Printing, again, has been so great with helping us out with the graphic designing and the banner designing that they can help design for $100. You can get your own banner, send me, my number's on the flyers here, 917-207-4655. Text me, call me, and ask me, how can I get a banner? And I'll lead you to get a banner, and you can walk with your banner. So a lot of the temples have told me, you know what, this year we'll not do a float, we'll do a banner. And we'll hold all banner, we'll design it for you, and we'll have you walk with your banner. And guess what? Come out to your numbers and walk with your banners and be proud to be part of something that's bigger than all of us. More uniquely, what identifies you in your temple.
Exactly. And for anything to be successful, any sort of event or any sort of formation or any proceeding to be successful, there's something that is very important for it to take place, and that is rules. So we are going to come to the rules now.
Totally.
So what are the rules actually for those who are now tuning in?
No, totally. The rules are a very big part of what we're doing here. Again, order and discipline is going to be the pillars of this event.
Right.
This is a non-alcoholic event.
Right.
Absolutely along the parade route or at the show site at the Smoky Park in the baseball fields. That's where we have the permit for the baseball courts. There will be absolutely no alcoholic beverages allowed, and the police department have been, instructed that if we see anyone even attempting to involve alcohol in any event in that way, to remove them from the parade. Okay. That will be done promptly. There will be no invocation of the deity. All year round, Imran, for those of you who don't know, in the Madrasi temples and Mariamma temples and Mahakali temples, the Shakti temples, we invoke the Divine Devi to come by way of, invocation to help our devotees. All year round, we do that on every Sunday. On this Sunday, we don't want to ask her to do that. We want to give her a seat to say, Mother, thank you. We want to thank you on this day for all that you have done all year round. Today, we're going to glorify you. We're going to praise you and say thank you for all you have done. So we are not at all allowing any form of invocation of any way. Now, this is a spiritually intense event. Will devotees may have some vibrations? Yes. But it's going to be the temple's priests and leaders of each group responsibility to take care of if any of the devotees may have a vibration to take care of that here. Absolutely no flames at all will be allowed, or no open flames, no incense, no sambranis, nothing like that will be allowed on the parade route. No wild canes, no neem leaves. We're not allowing those things on the parade route. Again, this is about order and discipline, and we want to make the mother proud. We want to lift her name higher than it's been in the years to come. So it's going to start now, and together we can achieve this. Also, on the day of the parade, all those who want to enter the parade will only be allowed to enter the parade route at the beginning of the parade formation on 134th and Liberty Avenue. Again, for safety reasons, we don't want people joining in and jumping in along the parade route. Discipline and order is important for safety reasons also. Right. Tapu drummers, any task groups, you will not be allowed to join the drumming procession along the route also. Only those who would come to the practices that we have who have contacted me at 917-207-4655. And if you do want to participate in the drumming or the tassa playing in the group, in the parade, call me and ask me and how you can get involved. We would love to have you, but you have to come to the practices. So we are going there as one. Again, it's not my tempo is better than your tempo, or my tassa group or tapa group is bigger or smaller than yours. We're going to go out as one united force, as one umbrella for the Divine Mother. So along the route, no one will be allowed to join in or jump out of the parade. If you miss the parade as it started, you have to meet us at the park at the end. Once we reach at the park, we're going to ask all amplified sounds from the parade, from the floats, or all those who are playing tassas, and for tapos and stuff to end the playing, and then we'll kick off the show, the cultural show at 2 p.m. And at that time, each temple going to have a chance to display what's unique about their temple. If you want to display, and it's up to your choice, singing, dancing, tapu drumming, tassa, and it's a well-planned out show already we have that's going to, that I promised the community they will be happy to see it. It's going to be a very nice variety show depicting so much of this culture that we have that's been hidden to the world, and we're going to, for the first time, we're going to have it out there. And again, this is only about the Divine Mother, because she has blessed us with this knowledge and wisdom that we all have.
In a quick nutshell, I would like, if for both of you, actually, we'll start with Mr. Tej Pillai,
Yes.
actually, to send your final word of invitation to the community at large to participate. Anything else you would like to add, you can do so in a nutshell.
Please, everyone, come out and support this. This is all about this Divine Mother, as we have stressed over and over. It's all about the love. The focus is on this mother. This is our way of thanking her for all the things that she has done for us, for all of the years that she has done for us. Today, that day on September 17 will not be about me or you or anyone else. It will be about this beautiful Divine Mother that we all worship and we all love. So please come out and support.
For everyone in the community, my plea to the community and to all the manders is, let's put aside our differences. Forget which temples are bigger, which is smaller. Forget which deity you worship is your favorite. On that day, let's think about what unites us. The love we have for this Divine Mother. What makes us united. Come out there, support, clap, sing, dance. We're all going to be singing the same song on the parade route. Reach out to myself, 917-207-4655, and ask me how can you be a part of it. We'd love to give you a chance to celebrate in any which way you can. We'll be asking everyone to follow our rules and our regulations of the parade, because again, this is to lift the mother name as one. One group, one unity, one devotee for Divine Mother. Thank you.
So, in closing, there are critics, there are cynics who believe that what they do is always greater than what someone else wishes to do in the path of spirituality and also in the path of prosperity. But I implore upon you to let's not worry what the cynics or what the critics have to say. Let's come together and support as they're putting together, as they're working towards a munificent effort to bring people together. Let's come together, let's join so that we'll show the world over that though we might be fewer in numbers as the rest of the world sees us, yet greater than we've ever been before, we are united, and united we shall stand in the name of the Divine Mother. We want to see you come out on Sunday, September 17th, for the very first time ever. It's going to be history in the making, the very first ever United Madrasi Day Parade. Let's be united. Unity will actually go far away and keep us stronger than ever. With that being said, this is yours truly saying to you, my time with you is officially over. We always have you on our minds, and we sign off by saying, Jai Mata Di.
Jai Mata Di.
Jai Mata Di.